Hello all. Hi, it is Tiska Day. I hope all are well, hope all are safe. So I just want to say really quickly, a true king or a true queen will never leave their camp. They will never leave their dynasty. They will never leave their people, their children. That's the main thing. You will never leave your children for better or to run for something. And I say that because you get a lot of people who feel like, oh well, I'm an alpha male or I'm an athlete or I'm a this or that, and they feel like in their mind they feel like they're up here, and since they're up here they have to go out of bounds to feel like something. And really that just shows that you're clearly not, because if you're willing to step out on your own people or your own yourself, you have to not deny yourself first. Because honestly, when we say the community, we don't really know each other. Like I said, I wouldn't know the football player, the basketball player that's pretty much brainwashing themselves and their children. I don't know them, so that makes them, as far as community, it's kind of like, okay, it is what it is. But as far as you have to turn your back on yourself in order to betray the community, because it's like you have to hate yourself first, hate yourself enough to brainwash yourself out of existence. For instance, if you're the only nappy head or the only nigger in your family tree, and that's your goal, that just shows that you are not a king or a queen. I literally, the people, I have literally close people around me that think and feel this way, and that's why I'm like, okay, yeah, let me get rid of these cultural suicide bombers and start over, because it's kind of like, now with me, now I have a lot of complaints with my people in the community, but never will I tell you to virtually kill yourself. Basically, I would never tell you, well, program your children to do this, or be sure that your children don't look like you. I mean, if it's the hate is starting with me, that means I'm actually betraying myself, and after I betray myself, then I can go forth and betray you and make you look bad. That's basically what's happening right now. So that's why I pretty much say, if you're brain dead or you're sick in the head, or if you're someone who's virtually committing suicide, then you keep that in your section, please, because there are people here who there's still hope for. There are people here who are not mentally ill, because that's the new wealth these days. We're all not sick. We're all not hateful of ourselves and our parents. We don't hate our mothers. All of us don't. I mean, they may be trifling, but we don't hate them enough to where we see to it that our children don't look like us or our parents, if you get my gist. Yeah, so we have a lot of sick people in our communities. So that's why it's like, okay, if you want to be sick and brain dead, can you keep that over there in your section? Keep that in the brain dead and the mentally ill and the retarded, to say the least, needs to stay in their own section. And I'm not talking about the literal retarded, because you get some people who are literally retarded and some people who are just mentally retarded. So yeah, so basically, if you're mentally ill or sick in the head, or if you have psychological issues, you keep that in your section, because that makes us feel like we're all sick. And like I say, I'm far from sick in the head, especially when it comes to me. If I have me, I'm gonna have things that pertain to me, and my offspring is gonna be a split image of me, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be me with the only nappy head in my family tree moving forward. You see where the sickness comes in? But that's the only reason why I stress that, because again, you have to weed out the wheat from the tare. If I have 5 siblings and 4 have COVID, it's probably best for me to social distance. So it's kind of, you get what I'm saying? You get someone that are sick, and then that sickness is going to turn into zombieology, and then from there it's called self-destruction. And if my goal is to turn into a zombie and destroy myself, should I not be in my own section? Destroy yourself all you want in La La Land. We're trying to build a dynasty here. So that's why I say keep this mental illness over there, keep the sick people. What I'm saying, if I have to weed through my own people to figure out who is sick and who is mentally brain dead. And if you're mentally brain dead, like again, I can have 1,000 people, but if 1,000 of you are sick, what good are all these people? So, all right, keep that in mind and have a good day.